Yeah, I am looking at this camera. I guess this is the camera, the AI for that. Okay,
That's mine.
perfect.
Okay.
Cool.
Will we see it go wide? How we know
Not,
we're
we
wide?
won't see it on these. These are just, I'm
There's
assuming,
no way to know
individual
it's wide.
monitors.
So,
Yeah,
okay. We'll just look at each other then.
right. Right. Cool.
Okay.
Fantastic. Cool.
So when I want to make a point, I'm gonna look right into the lens.
You're good, man. Thank you.
Thanks, dude.
All right. All right.
What do they call it? Flash in the lens? What did what's the phrase when you look right down the barrel of a camera? When you're an actor. You've done extra work.
Yeah. I mean, they don't. When you do the extra work, they don't give you a lot of prep on the vocab. It's more just show up, do your thing, as they tell you to do it, and then get out.
Yeah,
There's
but
no
don't they give you
questions.
certain rules? Like,
Have you never been on a movie set?
No.
Before? You've never been on a movie set.
sorry.
No,
I've
I'm
not-
just saying.
I like how you're saying that. Like, oh my god, well you've never been on a movie set.
I just am surprised.
Well, you haven't had caviar.
I've been on 3.
Uh-huh.
Have I been on 3?
3 sets is not enough for you to give me that look that you gave me.
Well, it's 300%. I guess it's
3 more than
100%
me.
more than you.
It's
but,
100% more than me.
But no, what they do is they take you
Tell
through.
us, Spielberg.
Yeah, let's talk
What's the
about it.
plan?
Yeah, here's what happens whenever you're on a movie set, and there's a lot of sitting around. And
This is interesting.
This
yeah.
is yeah. I think the people would enjoy this. I'm gonna stare right down the barrel of the gun here. No,
No, you're not supposed to do that.
I know.
Okay.
So what? That's big thing for an extra. You never look at the camera. If you look anywhere near the camera, you're off. You're gone.
They catch you don't get
They're
it.
pulling you out
'Cause
like
you blew the take.
like the dog show. You've been a dog show. Like you're out.
Yeah.
You're out. Get
Yeah.
out of here. Wait. No, that's. They are looking for reasons to get rid of extras.
But
But what's amazing though is that
they need them though.
They do need them, but they don't need them. If you go to watch any of the movies I was in, you don't see me anywhere. And I was a good-looking extra.
I want
I
to
did
tell
fittings.
this story because the world needs to hear your Mr. Rogers story.
Well,
Are you okay telling that?
well, which part? I mean,
The part where you weaseled your way into the movie.
well,
That's
it's
the
not
part.
that I weaseled my way in. It's just that I played the game.
He played it perfectly.
I played it perfectly because here's what happens is that
Let me tell you how I interpreted.
okay, go ahead.
And then you correct me as I go. You
Go ahead.
fact check me.
Well, yes.
Okay. So I'm going to tell a story, and you community note guidelines.
Let's do it.
My story.
Let's do it.
From what I know, here we are in Pittsburgh, PA.
Mm-hmm.
They were shooting a documentary. Not documentary.
Not a documentary.
They were shooting a
A
little bio.
Tom Hanks feature film
A Tom Hanks feature piece of cinema,
supported
if you will.
by Kevin Redford.
Okay. And they're shooting it here in the Berg on the life and times of Mr. Fred Rogers.
No, but go ahead.
What was the name of the movie? Mr.
Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Okay,
It was not about Fred Rogers. It was about the guy writing an article about Fred Rogers.
That's why it didn't do well.
Oh, you didn't see it?
I did not.
You can see it.
Along
I think,
with most of the pop.
I think it's actually free on Prime right now because I actually sat and watched it. Why? Because I wanted to see if I was in it. And this is another reason.
Did your scene get in the movie or no?
My
wait,
scene-
Wait. Don't tell us. Don't tell us the
Go
answer.
ahead.
Because I want to set it up and then I want you to tell me. Because no, I did not watch this movie. Neither did anybody else.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it was the story not about Mr. Rogers, but about a guy who wrote an article about Mr. Rogers. What the
Right,
fuck?
right.
So
Yeah.
here's what I know. You went as an extra to be in the part, and somebody coming in with a clipboard. All right, I need you, and you. Let's go. We're going on set. They did not point at you, and then as those extras got up and walked, you decided, I've been here all afternoon. That the food isn't any good anymore. I'm going along with this group. So you got up and followed them into the other room where they were going to be placed into a scene. And as they're getting placed into the scene, clipboard guy goes, all right, you're over there, you're over there. Did I call you over here? You're like, yes, sir. All right, let's put you on the desk right here. You're going to do a little scene with Mr. Tom Hanks. Mr. Tom Hanks.
Okay.
right,
let me just fact check just a couple things because they do matter a little bit.
All right.
This was my second time doing a movie, and so I was very familiar with the downtime. I also was familiar with the fact that nobody knows who anybody is on a set. Nobody knows anybody. There's
What do you
too
mean
many
nobody?
people moving around.
Are you talking about like the people?
I'm talking the director knows Tom Hanks, but the directors know who the extras are, right?
Oh, okay, so you're not talking about like the assistant directors
Right.
or
the background director doesn't know, Tom Hanks.
No.
They don't know where Tom is. They don't know who his stand-in is or anything like that. So no one knows anybody. So if you
They
ever
just know their own group of
if
things
you
that
ever
they're
see a
in charge
movie
of.
set, you can probably walk right on for sure because
Okay, a little tip there for you people out there. If you would.
Anyway, but I had known that if you are not involved right away, you can sit for a very long time. So we went in and they were doing fittings, and I got fitted for, like business suit. They fixed my hair. all this kind of stuff. They asked me to shave, and so I'd shave.
While you were there, you shaved?
Yeah, I did. And I'm like, okay, great.
They gave you like a razor?
Yes, yes. And I did all of that. I'm like, okay, well, I want to be in the scene, so I want to do it.
All right.
And so they had us all line up in our outfits, and they went down the line and went, okay, we need you, we need you. This is the first part of the morning. It was still dark out. I think I got there at like 6 a.m.
Oh, so you weren't waiting.
It was still 7 a.m. Right. So they went, you, right past me. Looked me in the eyes and went right past me and said, you and you. And then come with me.
You know what he was thinking?
Right.
You know, if that guy had a beard.
Right. That's what he was thinking. Right. If that guy had a little bit of scruff that kind of looked like he was trying to do a beard, that would be perfect
Brenda!
for 1998. Anyway, so that's when the movie took place, 1998, at Vogue magazine or something like that.
This is
Yeah.
So what clothes did they fit you in?
Just like suit for the day.
So you're not dressed in the 50s.
Well, look how Chandler Bing dressed compared to like how we would dress. Like a suit
Sure.
is a lot more form-fitting now.
Okay, so I just naturally assumed this whole movie was taking place in the 60s. But you're telling me it's taking place in 98.
1998.
All
yeah.
right.
So what they did is they had they pulled these guys out and they started walking, and all the other people go, all right, and turn around. I go, at this point, I was okay not being in the movie, right? I was already a little bit over it because I remembered how much I didn't like doing it. So I said, well, if they kick me out, they kick me out. So I just went with them. And I start walking.
You thought,
and,
what the hell? I'll just join this group.
Yeah, so I started talking to another guy, and I acted like, well, we
Good
all got
idea.
picked, and we're just walking. Yeah,
Start talking.
Always start talking to somebody. The more you do that,
Yeah.
the more likely you are to be assumed to
Even
actually.
like pointed to like, you know, the grip guy, like, hey, Bernie,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
I saw you last week on
Always-
Fast and Furious
always-
8.
Yeah.
This guy does some good work. This guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no idea. Right. Always act like you know everybody on set, but not over the top. Not like I'm
Okay.
pointing at everybody. Just like
Right.
wave at one person.
We going on stage A or stage B, Brenda?
Right,
Where are
right.
we heading to? You
know what?
guys don't
okay,
know.
don't ask questions.
Oh, don't ask.
You need to just follow.
But I'm just saying, look.
you need to
said,
act like you've been there before.
Right. But you're saying,
you don't
like,
need to
I know
ask.
that there are two different stages. Which one are we doing first?
Right. Yeah, which scene are we doing, guys? The background actors don't ask those questions, right? You need to know your place, even though you're elevating yourself above it, right?
So make yourself memorable, but also forgettable.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So he picked me. He did not pick me. We got into the elevator and we're going up. At this point,
Elevator. Where do they have all the extras? Like in the basement.
okay, bear in mind, this is not a movie set.
Yeah.
It was taking place at like, I want to say a hotel right here in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So
okay.
we were getting ready in the room right next to it. And then we were going downstairs on the Grant Street, went up the elevator in the next place to this office building. And so while we're getting out of the elevator, this is when the casting director realized he did not pick me, but I came anyway.
Okay.
So he watched me walk off the elevator. And like he just turned and watched me walk. He's like,
Did I?
huh. I said, what's up? He's like, did I pick you? I said, yeah, I thought so.
Looked right at me.
You looked right at me. He's like,
Remember I shaved?
you know what? You'd be really good for this spot. I went, okay, well, I'm here for you, man. Whatever you need. He said, okay. And he brings me in and he sits me at a desk. And what's amazing about movie sets is that everything on the desk is 1998. And the keyboard's 1998. And there's a calendar that no one can see at all. It says 1998 on
Yeah.
it. And
The production value into it, yeah.
and this is why their budgets are so ridiculous, okay? Because you can't even come close to seeing that. Yet they invested in it, right? So I'm sitting
But
at
that's
this
somebody
desk.
that loves their job. I mean, like,
Right.
how fun would that be to go out and try to find all that stuff?
It'd be very cool.
The calendar that no one saw.
And you're working with
The
artists.
calendar that
and,
some extra saw that wasn't supposed to be on set.
and now me as an extra, right?
I was looking at the audience.
I know. So I was looking back at them.
They're
But
over here.
Me as an extra, you know, I needed to be in character.
You need to be in 1998.
I need to be
1998, Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I sat at my desk, and I could see the other extras. Two women who were picked had to sit like one with her like sitting like they're gabbing, you know, on the desk.
Yeah.
And I swear she had to have had a sore hip by the end of the day because she had to do the same thing. They'd say, "All right, background," and we'd have to do the same motions over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So my motion was I'd pick up the phone, I'd talk for a couple of seconds, I'd hang it up, and I'd turn to my keyboard and I'd type. And they said,
And somebody
"Cut."
came over to you and told you to do that, right? Or-
No, they said just act, and we'll let you know if you're doing something that's throwing us off. But
just pick something.
just be
That's,
like you're
okay,
working
so they
out.
gave you a choice.
I was acting.
Yeah.
They hired me to do something.
Acting without acting.
Right. Yes. Yes. I acted without acting.
Yeah.
Right. So
Were they just like,
Yeah.
Damn, who's that guy picking up the phone?
Yeah, that guy is really.
He's nailing 98.
I believe.
In 1998, that's how they picked
Right.
up the phones.
That is, and I believe this guy.
But you have to be quiet too,
had the-
because you
Oh, it
put
was
the
all,
receiver
it was all
down.
pantomime, yes. So we did that probably 50 times. And the scene that was happening was this guy was
50
walking
times.
through the hall at the magazine,
Yeah.
and he comes in and he sits down at the desk, and they cut to, it's all close-ups after that. So the whole thing we were doing was a setup shot of this guy got the assignment to do an article on Fred Rogers, and he's walking. He's he's had a rough night, and
That was
he's
the
walking
beginning of the
through.
movie.
Yeah, very very beginning. And so I did that for hours, and then
50 takes of somebody walk. Who is this director, Kubrick?
no,
Why did
it was
it
a
take-
female director, and I can't remember who it was.
Well, I don't think. Why did it take 50 takes to get somebody walking down a hallway and sitting down?
I learned this on Love and Other Drugs. I don't know why people get awards for movies.
Because of how many times they end
Because
up.
how many times they have to
They
do
get to
it.
do it.
But again,
Now the Tonys are something different.
but again, some people still aren't good
After
in
all
movies.
those takes.
Yeah, so I can't.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, that's
Whoever
good,
was
but-
coming in, sitting down, could
Yeah.
not do that.
No, I mean it looked the same to me. But here's the worst part of it, is that I went through the whole thing, very brief interactions with any of the stars, like just in passing, and then
You saw Tom Hanks.
I saw
right?
Tom Hanks.
He came by.
Yeah, I saw
Like,
Tom
how
Hanks.
close was he to you?
Not as close as you are right now, but he was in the room. And
You were
it
in
was-
the room with him.
and
Did
I-
he say
to-
anything? Like, was he doing lines?
He just said hi, everybody, So
But what
he
was his act? What was his role during the scene?
He wasn't really in it
Why was he there?
because he was on set. Like they were doing something else in the other thing. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
He
He
just
was
doesn't-
not in
He
character.
just doesn't seem.
It
He's
was not
just
in
checking
character.
out to see what's going on with the
It
extra.
was weird.
What's he doing in there?
Then I
Just
thought
being
to
a trailer. You know what? I don't know. I've lost a little respect for him.
I said to the guy, I'm like, you think that was a stand-in? Because there could have been something going on. Like that wasn't really him.
Why was he in here watching this happen?
Right, because it was not an important scene.
And he's not
So-
even supposed to like feed lines to the guy talking.
Oh, certainly not.
He's not
no.
even in the scene.
He's Fred Rogers.
And he's hanging out.
And
I
this
want
is
to see
this
how
guy
this went.
getting the, I don't want to do this assignment. That's what the whole scene was.
Maybe Tom was trying to figure out like this guy's energy. So I know when I do a
guess.
scene with him
Hey,
in 2 weeks.
then my respect for Tom is through the roof. 'cause-
That's true. He has leaned fully into the role.
Yes.
So did this make the movie?
So I got an email 2 weeks later after I was done, and they said, hey, we need to reshoot this. We're trying to get all the people from that scene to come back
Oh,
because we want to do one more scene. If you can't make it, no big deal. But we'd love you get paid, come back. So I guess they're trying to do whatever. I don't know if someone got recast or what, but I watched it, and I am not in it. Not at all.
did you go back to the reshoot?
No.
That's what happened.
I know. They must have taken me out.
They used the reshoot.
I'm telling you, when you watch this movie, you
All
would
50
miss
takes and
this
not-
scene if you didn't know so much about
Is
it.
it just?
Yeah, it's you watch we were talking about this the other day about 80s movies with so much setup and so much
Yeah.
over the credits. This was like, oh, I got to do this assignment. Oh, I got to go into work. Oh, I hate to. What's the assignment? And the part is what? That's it. That's what I spent my day doing.
What's crazy to me is that after they were watching everything,
Yeah.
that they went back and went, you know what scene we need to redo? That fucking scene.
You know what? That wasn't good enough.
It wasn't good enough.
And so, no.
Let's get that again. We got 50.
Yeah.
Not enough. I need to
52.
spend another $100,000 to bring
No.
everybody back.
Yeah.
Get these guys to shave. So you didn't see your desk. You saw your desk. You're like, I should have been right
No.
there.
The shot was from the other side.
Oh, so then you
I
can
knew
use your
that
shot.
he would. I knew that walking in front of me, he would walk in from in front of me, from left to right, and the boss was sitting on the right. And they shot it, and you could see him walking in like it was me watching it from my spot on the set. And they're like, "Where's Redford at? We don't have Redford. Shoot from his seat then, because I don't know what we're gonna do, guys. There's no continuity. It doesn't make sense
maybe
anymore."
it'd be amazing to find out if this whole thing was your fault. And they were like,
reshoot.
it's just this guy right here. We can't.
No one has
can't
that quick
get
of a
him
phone
out.
call. I thought of
Phone,
Kramer on Murphy
Oh
Brown.
yeah, everybody. No one types this fast.
Yes, yeah. I was worried about that, and that's not what
And
they're
then
going
reshoot
for.
it. Well, the only reason why it wasn't you is they did ask you to come back, so you can't take full
Well, maybe
blame for that.
they didn't know the name of the person. They just knew these 7 people were in this. Like, what if I go back to, you're the guy,
Or like, this guy, like, you know what? I don't think I even called him up.
right? Yeah.
Well, we can't put him in the movie.
Well, how funny would that be? Because, yeah, what if they did say that? They're like, I know I didn't pick him. I knew I shouldn't.
He just showed up.
I had a vibe, and I was right.
But here's the moral of the whole story. This is a go-getter mentality to all of our listeners at home, viewers, hopefully.
Whoever's watching.
When you get an opportunity,
take it.
Take it.
How many times has that happened for you? I can think of like 10 where I took a chance and it paid off. Jimmy Fallon, twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How many times has it worked out where I just said, and I saw there was a book coming out about going after the try, or like you should just try to do stuff. That's brilliant. It's true.
The first thing that pops in my head was we were on our honeymoon.
Yeah.
And we were at Disney World. And
you went to Disney for your honeymoon?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to talk about
that. So we got married and we flew right down to Disney World. We spent a week down there. And then we went on the Indiana Jones ride. Yeah. And now I feel like I had seen this show. I had seen it before, but I can't remember or not. But anyways, what I did know is that as there's a whole stadium full of people, and as one of the directors come out like, all right, we're about to start the show, but we're gonna need some help from some of you out there if anybody wants to. Before she finished, I'm up in the air, going like, over here, hey, whoa, over here. We just got married. Come over here.
Nice.
And my wife is like, oh my god. And they're like, all right, I guess we got to take this guy. We got picked. Came down, they put us in the outfits.
Oh, nice.
They brought us onto the stage, and then we were like the extras in the scene. And then Indy, the guy who played Indy, came by, shook our hand.
Yeah.
Marion came by, shook our hand, and they were like, it was only like 6 of us, and we had like the whole garb on. And then we were part of the scene where Indy is in that fight where they're trying to take Marion.
Okay.
And so they're reenacting. Did you see that part of the show at Disney? Did you ever go to Indiana Jones?
Oh, I've seen it 100 times. I have questions for you about it.
Yeah, so once we're kind of acting like we're on a thing, and then Indy's swings around, we're supposed to react to all of it, and then they blow up the airplane at the end, which was, we got to
But were you a part of the secret at the end?
No. So I
You weren't at all involved?
They didn't tell us. I was surprised.
So you just watched it happen?
I watched it happen.
Did you talk to that person at all?
No, but let me tell you this.
You knew.
The performer in me was a little frustrated that this guy was upstaging all of us. Should we ruin it for everybody or no?
If you haven't seen it yet, I'm sorry.
We're at that point. All right, so if you've never seen Indiana Jones, just skip 30 a minute or whatever.
Yeah, we'll talk 1 minute.
It will ruin. It's not going to ruin it. But basically, one of the extras is in on it.
A plant.
He's a plant. And he's kind of acting a little aloof at first. When they're talking, he's kind of looking over here and they're like, and he's getting laughs.
Yeah.
He's getting laughs. And then when the show starts, now I can't remember what happens next. What does he do that they're like, holy shit?
They're talking about fake punches and stuff like that. And then he takes like 4 punches and then does a flip.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He takes like 4 punches and does this backflip. Yeah. And I remember thinking like, I still didn't get what was going on. Like, what the hell? But I remember in my brain being a little frustrated. I'm like, if anybody should be getting laughs on this stage,
it's you.
It should be me.
Right.
And I was a little frustrated by that. And I was like, oh, he's a plant. So I'm glad I didn't try to upstage him and ruin the whole thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I've never met somebody who's actually been picked. I've tried to be picked, but that's awesome. I didn't know you were picked.
Yeah, we got And then the next time we went, we didn't. We were just let's just enjoy.
Let's just enjoy it.
We'll just enjoy.
We'll let someone else take an opportunity.
But here's the thing, like you said, that moment could have come by and gone. If you want something, it's all right,
They're great
in a logical way. Go on, get it.
It's great for stories. It is.
Exactly.
Because April what's his name? David Copperfield, out in Vegas. He made her disappear on stage in Vegas.
She got picked to go do that?
Yes. It was a group of people in the audience, and they went into this big like bleachers thing. There's probably like 12 of them, and they sat on stage, and he put a curtain in front of them, and they disappeared. And then she didn't come back for like another like 25 minutes. And then I'm like, well, I said, first of all, she's missing the show.
Just in the back of a truck. We'll get another badge for you.
Have you been to Vegas?
No.
Oh, I think you'd really like it.
I know.
Because there's so many opportunities for entertainment. And have you ever sat in the magic show? I think he's
not like a legit one where you're like
David Copperfield.
Yeah, nothing like that. You've seen some like 2-bit guy that's like, the handkerchiefs in the hand. Okay.
No, David Copperfield's really a lot of fun. He does. Would you ever want to be a magician?
No. No.
It's too much pressure to me because
Yes.
it's like the moonwalk to me,
Mhm.
where it's like, okay, it looks like he's gliding across stage. I wish I floated like that. But the effort that a person has to put into making the moonwalk work takes all the fun and joy out of it.
When you
and that's
learn
what, yeah, and that's what I think about the magician thing, where I'm watching, wow, this guy makes this thing appear and disappear, but in reality,
It's all a gimmick.
he's stressing over making sure that it's
No,
hidden.
I don't think so.
It's all gimmicky.
It's
yeah.
so easy to do. So whenever when I was doing like some school stuff, I was learning to do some magic. So I have a little experience
yeah,
in the world, and I ordered some of these things that you can get.
Okay.
So I ordered like some expensive things. And it, your mind is blown when you see the performance, right? And then when you realize, oh, it's just a piece of tape tucked in your wrist, and so it really, obviously it's that. But those things that are happening while our minds are blown, I mean, it's just like hitting a G chord.
Right.
It's like
funny.
yeah, you push that button, you do it around, the thing does the thing.
It's got to feel silly to them that people are applauding.
It does. I mean, like once you know how it works, I mean, honestly, it is probably. I mean, the thrill of thrilling an audience is something that like that is cool, especially because you know how you're doing it.
Yeah, I didn't really think about this until now. Because it looks like it'd be a fun job if you're like pretty good on stage, like yourself.
Have to
you'd be a great magician because you can keep the audience entertained with like storytelling.
I did back in Bismarck. They had, I don't know what happened. Oh, I know. I started going to the libraries and reading books or doing little magic shows.
Yeah.
Because I thought, oh, I'll just go to the community and do some stuff like this. And somebody was there that saw me do it, and they were like, that was fun. So they asked me to come do like some huge fest with like 2,000 people.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, we're going to have you perform at this stage. And I didn't think anything of it. And I showed up, and there's like 300 people that are coming in to see me. Because I billed myself as the Great Majesto or something. Holy shit.
The Great Majesto?
That was like my name. But I mostly inserted like jokes and stuff, and I did some tricks, and it went really well. I tore like a phone book in half. I can pull like a huge McDonald's straw like out of a little bag.
That's cool.
I forget some of the other stuff I did.
But to the audience, wow, this guy's got some power.
And they asked me to keep coming back.
Yeah, but to you,
it was a hit. I ended up on the news.
Really?
The news was doing a story.
So I asked you a couple minutes ago, have you ever wanted to be a magician? And you said, no.
Well, now.
And now here we are telling the story. You've been on the news. You're the Great Majesto of Bismarck.
No, but for real, like all this, I'm just remembering I forgot I did all this. Like, I'm not even kidding.
No,
I forgot. Like, oh, wait, I actually kind of dabbled a little bit in this.
Isn't it funny when you think about like how life was for like the 1800s, where their entire existence was, oh, I crossed the Oregon Trail. That's what I did.
Yeah, that was
their whole life. And you just did something that very, very few people have ever done, and you totally forgot about it. I just said, have you ever wanted to be a magician? You said, no, oh my God, no. That just sounds terrible. And there was that time where I was the most sought-after magician in all of North Dakota. And I was doing news stories. The press got unbearable, and I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess I've been a magician.
The news was going around. They caught half my show, and they were like, put it on. They interviewed me afterwards, and I thought I could probably start now that I'm rethinking it, I don't know why I said no so fast.
Bring it back, man. Bring it back.
It actually is kind of fun.
Be.
No, I think that there's still this weird stigma. So right now, we're both DJs. When that comes up and someone asks you, what do you do? You're like, oh, I'm a DJ.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the reaction is like, cool, right? It's come around.
Right.
I still feel like, oh, I'm a magician. So when are you going to grow up?
Right.
It's sort of like, but those guys make money. And you're entertaining people.
There's lots of ways to make money, but
just like DJs, there's hokey DJs out there.
Oh, sure, they ruin it for everybody.
Spangled.
Oh, you play the electric slide? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
But sometimes it's fun to have a really good low voice. I mean, don't you? I mean, you play into that. I know Andy does. Our friend Andy.
Not having a good DJ voice.
No, he plays into it. Like he'll talk to you like, "Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you." He's like, "Ladies and gentlemen."
Do not do that.
Prepare
I
yourselves.
don't do that.
What's about to happen?
About to bring in the bride and groom.
Will change your life forever.
In a world before they knew each other.
I always wanted to play into the voice because, like, remember the Boys to there was a phase of like boy bands where you could have 3 or 4 really good singers that can hit the high notes and get the ladies screaming. Then there was that one guy who must do all the paperwork or whatever, and he's like, "Baby, you know I love you. And
No,
he gets,
just let him read
he
the
gets
part.
the talking part.
Yeah, because
and
you know what? He knows how to file the taxes and shit.
Right,
and
right.
He's booking the buses
I
and the
wonder
tours.
I wonder what that.
So
that-
it's been his dream to go out there, let him just read the script.
I've not seen a Boyz II Men. I've been to a Boyz II Men concert, but it was only like when it was just purely like let's show off the vocals. I've not been to them where the guy gets up. He's like, "All right, everyone, shut up." It's
Yeah.
just turning up. He's like, "Baby,
Yeah.
you know I love you, and I've never hurt you again." Like, it's
And
just,
it works.
you think?
That guy?
Well, I like Barry White had a thing. Like,
Yeah.
he played
Well,
into
the
that.
Boyz II Men, it was the collective. I mean, him on his own, I don't think he could have went
He's
solo.
not selling albums,
no,
spoken word albums.
No. But with the other guys, it works,
He probably sang the bass lines. Like,
Which
right?
you need, which adds to it. But then
Yeah.
I don't think he's going home with anybody, if that's what we're talking about here.
He's the longest married member of the band.
He's eating his dinner in his bed at the hotel.
He's the designated driver. Everyone knows this guy.
Yeah,
Here's,
he's the
here's the deal.
designated
Here's the deal.
driver.
The three of us, we're going to get all the girls. We're going to get all the fame. We're going to sing all
Mm.
the songs. You get the paycheck. You get to be on the cover of the album. You get to have a couple, spoken word solos like bridges. It doesn't have to rhyme, but we'll make you seem like we brought you on because we love your low voice.
What
right?
about the sex and the drugs?
No. You have to be married. You got kids,
Yeah.
and you're in charge of the taxes.
Yeah, he's in his room by 10,
Right. Oh yeah.
just scraping the crumbs
And
of
if you
his dinner out of his
could,
of
yeah,
the dinner
we need
roll.
you. If we get a little crazy, you're the one that tells us, "All right, guys, it's over
Dial it
tonight.
in.
We're going home."
You're gonna have to bail us out
You're the adult in the room.
because we want to have fun. I don't want
It's
you.
always the
having fun.
oldest guy in the group too.
It is.
I bet you
Because
can look
think
this
too,
up.
like he's okay. At that point, that guy has already done all this, and he's just letting the kids have a
Put
good
them.
time.
Yeah, I guess. No, that's yeah. I think that's the best I could have done because you can't sing.
Oh, for you?
For me, that would have been the best.
No,
Like,
you wouldn't even. They wouldn't even let you do that.
Oh, come on, that was pretty good. Right.
Well, you got the voice, but yeah, exactly. I mean, even talking, you got to at least be in some sort of
Attractiveness.
No, I wasn't even gonna go there. But if you're gonna go
Some
there,
like sort of rhythm.
key is what I was thinking.
You think he's talking in a key?
Oh yeah,
I'll have to listen to it again.
yeah. Go back. I mean, there's definitely some rhythmic to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
It's not just read. Ladies, your penny's getting.
But if
wet
you
right now?
memorized it, then
No, he's reading it.
oh,
Because he's got the itinerary. He's trying to like wrap this thing up, get them on the bus. Because we got a train to catch. We got to get to Albuquerque.
Do you remember when we did the thing at the Carnegie Science Center? Do you remember that?
We should probably let the listeners, watchers know. Let's give a little history of us, probably.
I think if they're watching,
We've
they
been,
know who we
well,
are.
we've
No,
been
go.
friends for over 20 years.
Oh, well over 20 years.
It is over 20 years. Because
I bet you 30 is a good number. I mean, we probably met each other at like
30.
12. Yeah, so,
So
we're about
30 years.
42.
we were in a
and-
band together. We went to school together.
Yes. Well, we were
Um,
college roommates.
college roommates?
No, that's not true.
No,
I
you bailed.
I backed out on that one. Chad, if you're listening from Robert Morris, where's that radio station, Chad? Huh?
He took a chance on us.
Where's that radio station? He did take a chance on us. You and I,
We
just.
went in there and the radio was dying.
But I took a gap year. You had taken 2 gap years after high school.
Was it 2? It may have
It
been
was
one.
a full because we got an
Yeah.
apartment.
Yeah, because I was doing
The band,
Monarch.
yeah.
So I didn't go. I went to film school first, right out of Bethel. So I went to Bethel High School, Peters. Went to film school right after high school. Actually.
Did you at Pittsburgh Filmmakers?
Yeah,
What'd you study?
film. I only did one semester, and then the band started going, so I quit that.
Okay.
And then we went to Robert Morris very soon after that. No.
You forget. What happened was, so I graduated in 2001, and then January of 2002, we were living at the place.
Yeah, that's right.
We got because we're both like, all right, I'm moving out of my parents' house.
Yeah.
I'm a solid 19, 20. I'm out of here, right? So we
By the way, do you remember how much that apartment cost us?
$650 a month.
No.
Between the two of us.
Less than that.
What was it?
It was a little townhouse. So you walk in,
Yeah.
dining room, living room, kitchen,
Yes.
upstairs,
As soon as you
2
said-
bedrooms and
yeah.
2 baths.
Yes.
Like a full bath and a half.
Yes. Yeah.
$550 a month. It was
Wow.
$550.
Sliding glass door.
Sliding glass
Patio.
patio. Yep, parking right out front. $550 a month. I remember because we paid $225 each.
Yeah.
And then I took on. You took utilities. I think I paid the cable bill.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But the
We-
utilities were like what, $20 a month?
It was
or
about
something?
$80 for yours,
Yeah.
and then
Wow.
we did the full cable package.
Oh yeah. Like,
Load them up.
Give me HBO.
What do you want in
Give me
all of it?
HBO 2.
Yes.
You know,
we
give
had,
me
we had
everything.
HBO Spanish.
Yeah.
We had it all.
Yeah. Wow. But that only lasted. And then we bailed on the lease. We
Oh,
left the
no,
lease after 9 months.
How long do we sign it for?
A year.
Oh,
and they let us out after 9 months because we wanted to go to college.
Oh, okay.
I-
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we
that's
decided
that
to go
fall.
to Robert Morris in the fall. And then you're like, yeah, we'll just be roommates there too. And I'm like, okay, it's been fine living in a townhouse with somebody else. Do I want to condense down to a dorm room?
Pretty much a bedroom.
Yeah, pretty much one bedroom. And as time went on, I was already on my way out of Robert Morris the day the first class started. I was already out. I was done.
You
But,
you don't want to do it.
but it was fun because they had a good TV station. That was fun with Dallas and all
Yeah.
that. But
well, so just so everybody knows, I didn't find this out that you weren't coming till pretty much I was moving.
mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, so we're in room. And you're like, oh, I'm not moving.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
Thank you. That's the first time you said sorry.
Is that what this is all about? No,
Yes. We signed up just for me to get my goddamn apology out of you because they ended up putting me in a room, and I had to. I actually found one of my buddies that I went to high school with.
Right.
So we ended up being roommates.
Yeah.
And we had a good ass
Was he a
time.
freshman too?
Yeah. Oh wait.
So you both?
No, he was. I think he was a year ahead of me, or a year or two. But I knew he was there,
Yeah.
and so we ended up rooming. But then we did the news together.
Well, I did Sports Center,
Oh,
and
that's
you
right.
did the news.
I did the news.
Because they said they would let freshmen do the news, but Dallas said we've never let freshmen do Sports Center, but I want to put you on.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, great.
You're on.
But I was trying out for the hockey team at the time. Do you remember this?
No.
They had just won the NCAA tournament. Like they were like the best hockey team, and they were shocking everybody because they're like this small school in Pittsburgh. And so I went to try out, and Dallas looked me up and down. Was like, "You're trying out for the hockey team?" I said, "Yeah." So if I make the team, I can't be on Sports Center, but because he was producing it,
It
Then he
was
said-
like, yeah.
he's like,
we shoot
"Okay,
on
so we
Tuesdays."
start shooting on Tuesday. If you make it through the tryouts, then you're out. But I'll keep an eye on it." And so the first day of tryouts, I made the cut, which
That's impressive,
not
dude.
bad, right? And so I made the first day of cuts, first tryout, and then Dallas, I texted me. I said, I'm still in it." He's like, "All right." And then I went to the next one. I was terrible, just awful. And then I went to bed that night, and I got a text or a call, I forget, maybe an email from Dallas saying, "Hey, just saw the list. You're not on it. We start shooting on Tuesday." I'm like, "Okay,
He
great."
knew before you.
Yeah, he did. He said he was checking the list, and he was a really cool. I like
He was
Dallas.
cool.
Yeah, I still every once in a while I post something. He comments.
Well,
on
do you remember
Facebook.
we started the show with him?
You did. Oh.
TMI. We did a TMI.
No,
not TMI. Pardon the interruption.
Pardon the interruption. And we did it there. It was called Split Decision.
Yeah.
And what's really funny about Split Decision is that I had a buddy that went to Robert Morris 20 years later. And I said, "What are the TV shows they're running now?" Because I remember doing it. He's like, "We got this. They got the Colonial Sports Center. They got Split Decision." I said, "Hold it.
Wait a second.
Split Decision?"
It's still running?
He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Does it say created by?" He said, "No, why?" I said, "I created Split Decision." I said it was myself, Aaron, and Dallas. The three of us, a late night. Dallas had a key. Remember that we went and got Wendy's or whatever?
Yeah.
And it was the most
We were
fun.
not supposed to
It
do
was my
this.
favorite night from college.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. We definitely were not supposed to be doing what we did.
No, and we recorded a bunch of Sports Center commercials and had the time of our lives, and we came up with Split Decision. And because it was right at the height of Tony Kornheiser, Michael Wilbon's show, pardon the interruption. And so we thought we'd come up with this, a rolling thing, and we did one episode together.
Yeah.
And then the show continued on
I
with
can't
other
believe
people.
it's
Is
still
that
going.
unbelievable?
Yeah.
Because I said to him, I didn't lead with it. I said, "What are the shows that they're doing?" He said, "I don't know. Colonial Sports Center and Split Decision." I'm like, and he said, "You created Split Decision?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I don't think so." I said, "Why?" He said, "It's two guys talking about the girls they hooked up with and stuff." I said,
Okay, so the format's
I
changed.
said, "So the topic has changed." He said, "Yeah, it's still like pardon the interruption." I said,
oh, but
"All
it's
right."
not sports.
They just changed. It started to gradually change from boring sports with the Kempo College kids talking to, "Hey, what about that girl we
Talking
saw?"
about who we hooked up with?
Yeah, in second period.
talking about the girl that is currently on campus.
I don't know.
I can't
didn't
believe they're
watch
allowed
it.
to do that.
I know. I didn't watch it, but he was taken aback, saying, "You created that smut." I'm like, no. But I think I
We should've got
messaged
creator
Dallas
rights.
about that. We should have. Yeah. How about that? But yeah, after college, I quit college in that December of 2002. I was married. I was engaged 5 months later.
Yeah,
So it was quick. And then
you're out pretty fast.
I was out because my dad sat me down. and was like, "Do you really want to go to college?" He said, "Why don't we let's get you doing work here at the
Let's
company."
get you a steady paycheck.
Yeah, that's what it was. And then I said, "Okay, well,
Can't blame
yeah,
you for
I
that.
could do that." And then, and you Did you finish out? You finished out the semester. I think I left now. I'm thinking about like November.
Oh, I think I know I didn't finish the year. I think I
Yeah.
finished the semester.
Well, I had one college professor who opened the class by saying, I know, because it was a business class, like, I know all you guys think you're going to be successful millionaires one day. You're not.
Mm.
You're going to be workers. And so we're going to teach you how to be a good workers. And I went,
You're coming to Robert Morris.
that's not the inspiration.
You're
I
a
was like,
worker bee. You're gonna die with sweat on your back and $2 in your bank account. You're gonna be fucking grateful for everything you got.
That's what I was afraid of. And he shut it down right away. Yeah. And then.
And now joke's on him because,
yeah.
well,
Where's he at?
where are you at?
Mm,
Was he right?
very good
He
point.
may have been
I'm
right.
working. The best I ever did was split decision. Here we are.
That's our legacy.
That's our
Split
legacy.
decision in Robert Morris.
How great would it be though if we did get creator rights and it did turn into like trash television?
Yeah,
It's
like
like,
Jerry Springer show.
wait, what's your name again? Aaron Strawn. You know where I saw your name?
Yeah, where?
Some weird coincidence, I guess, but like the trashiest show that gets shut down for.
Oh no, you don't know what's trashy. Like they're
Yeah.
running the show on RMU, split decision. Like, oh my god, yeah, we started. Yeah, that's my. Oh my god. Like, yeah, it's the shittiest, trashiest.
It got shut
garbage.
down for anti-Semitism and
so much
like just
racism.
terrible.
It's terrible.
It's
It's
terrible.
It almost
Yeah.
took the school out.
That was you. Yeah. Didn't you
We
see
lost
it?
14 teachers who got drunk one night. They got on the show. That was you. I think you're part of the indictment.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing investigation. They're looking for you.
Yeah. That would have been more fun. That's a legacy.
So I'm back in town because
Well, you're in
moved
town
out.
now. But the thing was that I got married, and you're like, all right, well, Kevin's married. I'm leaving. And so you went off to school.
That wasn't why I left.
That's
but
why you left.
You,
You went off to
You'd like
school.
to think that.
Yeah, it is.
I did.
So you went off to school and you got married, and
Yeah.
I didn't see you in person for 9 years.
I think it was longer than that, dude.
It might have been.
In person.
In person.
Yeah, because we met up at SeaWorld one time.
That was the first time, and I remember being very nervous because I'm like, wow, I haven't seen this guy in person in 9 years. And this was before FaceTime was a big thing. But
we talked on the phone, but
yeah,
we
but
didn't
I was
do a lot of-
nervous because I'm like, what if like your brother left, got married, divorced, so much happened in life.
Yeah.
Uh,
And you wondered you'd grow apart,
Yeah.
Is it like you sit there and you're like, oh, it's nice seeing you. All right, well, we're going to go this way, and you guys feel free to go the other end of the park.
Yes, it's like the end of like Stand By Me, where you're like listening to all these things that people did, and you're like, what? How did they not end up being friends forever? But life does that to you. And then but now you're back, living full time in Minnesota because you had a nice life in Florida, and you said, "F this."
Well, we were in Bismarck for 6 years, Florida 2 years,
Yeah.
and then Minnesota moved in 2016. So, it's 8 years
Oh,
now.
you went in 2016.
Yeah.
Wow. You've been there a long time then.
Yeah.
Almost
You know what?
10
I was
years.
thinking about this while you're driving around. You don't
Yeah.
use the GPS for nothing.
No.
Blows my mind. I'm living in my city for 8 years. I mean, I use it still.
My kids do that too.
Okay.
But you'd think by now you'd know where you're going.
I don't.
You really don't?
It's I sometimes I do, but it's the curse of this city. I think
Yeah.
where it wasn't like a north, south, east, west.
Yeah, nothing makes sense here.
Nothing. For that's how you get around. You just know like landmarks, like the horse. Turn left at the horse.
When you see the horse, turn right.
Right. That's how you know. Like, oh yeah, we're on our way to Bridgeville.
I'm lost.
I knew I was on with Bridgeville back in the day. Do you guys remember there was like a car door was up on some sort of like big sign? It must have been a car dump.
Okay.
That's how you knew you were on your way to.
Huh. I don't remember that at all.
You don't remember that?
But there's
the landmarks. Like I thought I saw the par 3 when we were driving
you
down
did say, yeah.
on the
Yeah.
left, but I think that's on the way up.
That would be
19.
weird. Again, I've lived here 42 years, so
Your
I
whole
can't.
life.
Yeah, and it would be weird to come back. I think to see, and I think that
Landmarks gone,
Yeah.
changed, more things up. But
like when I go to visit like a beach that we went to as kids, like Myrtle Beach or whatever, it's interesting to see that.
Yeah, the change.
And still kind of know my way around a little bit because I remember like those specific memories. But you barely drove here.
I just what happened to the Baskin and Robbins?
What Baskin and Robbins?
The one that is, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I
Up
don't.
19,
Yeah, you
past
said
Peters.
that.
On the right, there's like that you guys know if you're from here. I wish we had this was a live stream.
They don't.
They know about the Baskin 31 flavors that was tucked in that corner there All right. And you go in there and you get your Baskin Robbins ice cream.
So when you use that accent in Minnesota for fun, when you just drop the Yinzer accent on purpose, like drop it into a conversation, are you looked at, like, have you done that? Like talking to people in Minnesota and be like, yeah, you just drop out there. Yeah,
they don't know what it is.
Don.
It's not. It's because if I was doing like the like the I like also the New Jersey. Hey man, what the fuck you talking about? You know where that's from. You go, hey, yeah, first Don.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I don't know what that is. Now the only thing that's been helping the Pittsburgh accent is Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Who is a Yinzer, and they so that's sort of been making it a little bit more, but I still think nobody knows what I'm doing. But it's the same thing. Like you think that everyone in Minnesota talks like farmer.
Yeah.
I rarely hear anybody.
They don't talk like that.
No, I rarely hear that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, we just going down to the lakes and George we got a cabin and
my favorite tacos.
Taco there.
We're gonna get
now we walking tacos. You know what a walking taco is?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if that was indigenous to just a certain area.
The 10,000 lake region. No.
Those are huge up in the old Twin Cities.
Tacos. I can't even say it. I have to say it twice to get to the accent.
Yeah.
I have to like tone it down, like taco. It's a taco. Right?
No, but nobody even says that.
Really?
No, I don't hear it.
That's a disappointing.
It is.
You're not just used to it.
I think no, it's not because I could still pick it up, and I feel like I would have picked it up. I think the more north you get, you start to hear people a little bit more like that.
How south are you?
Very south.
Really?
Yeah, I'm 30 miles south of the Twin Cities, so I'm almost at the bottom.
Yeah. Wow.
Not much of the accent there. I don't hear it much here either. Like that's disappointing. Even walking around, we're the ones doing the accent.
If you go on like sports radio, there's definitely
with the call-ins.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
But we were talking about how here in Pittsburgh, AY is E.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when someone says, "I gotta go down Monday," I gotta go down here.
I forgot about.
You know what? Maybe we can meet up on Tuesday. Like there's nothing that makes sense there.
No.
And I didn't realize it until I was much older.
And you hear it.
Yeah.
I don't know how we avoid it because I think your dad has a little bit of that.
No, my dad doesn't. My grandparents did. And I think I do credit my parents for, I guess, keeping me away from it. My mother sometimes says Keller instead of color.
Okay.
And I purposely had to make myself not do that stuff. There were certain words I wanted to not do, and color was one of them.
What I picked up that got a little picked on was Warshrag.
Oh yeah. But that's a Washington, like a Washington County, Pittsburgh area.
Okay.
Warshrag.
Yeah.
Because it's Washington County.
Washington,
right?
Yeah.
Now not worst, I shouldn't say that. The one I enjoy the most is Fayette County because they have the strongest Pittsburgh accent. It's Fett County. Like not even Fayette, it's Fett County.
Fett County.
Fett
County.
Like Fett County.
Is it because they just don't want to say the whole thing?
It's too much work.
It's too much work.
Fayette.
Fett County. You got it. Fayette County. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you went from 4 to 2. Fayette County.
Welcome to
3.
Fayette County.
Yeah. Warshrag was something I would say around. I think my wife and nobody knew what I was talking about. Like what are you talking about? What is or sweep? Hey, can we sweep the floor? Or I was gonna sweep the floor. They thought I meant like getting a broom instead of the vacuum.
Oh.
Because
what's it? They know what a sweeper is? They call it a vacuum.
A vacuum.
It's a sweeper.
No, it's not.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, the sweeper.
What did you say today
universal.
that you didn't? You said we were sitting with Andy, and you said something today, or maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. You said there was another one that you haven't heard, not because the whole soda and pop thing has gotten completely blown out. There's more people saying pop than soda now, so that one's out.
I don't know what they say in Minnesota. I honestly don't. You think we should soda because Minnesota, but I hear pop out there too.
Yeah.
But I know it's. I know that's what's out here.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up the Tuesday thing, but I wanted to, before we wrap up.
Yeah, it's good.
Before we wrap up, I think it's important. I want to talk to you about something that you were about to do yesterday that blew my mind.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
all right. I'm not ashamed of this. Go ahead.
You're a Steeler fan.
Yes.
Here's my Steeler fandom.
As we all are.
Yeah, here's my Steeler fandom. There is no other football team that I enjoy watching. Okay? If you ask me who I want to be in the Super Bowl, there is no question, the Steelers. I enjoy watching the games when I have time and they're on. I am a Steeler fan. Ironically, I like sports radio, so I can tell you anything you want to know about the team. I can tell you what's going on. I can watch the stats, all that stuff. I could not care less if I were to meet a Steeler player. Meeting a Steeler player means nothing to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go on.
Nothing. Having a ball that they wrote their name on is even less to me. You needed my help, my psychological help, to not spend a small fortune,
if we will,
on a ball signed by a guy who's not even in the Hall of Fame. They've passed over him.
All right. So, basically what you have just, on your own volition, announced to our many listeners and viewers here, is that you said you are a self-proclaimed Steelers fan. I need to back that up for a second. Mm-hmm. Because if we're going to, now it's time to fact check your ass.
Go ahead.
Because you were not a Steelers fan up until probably 2001.
2000.
Yeah. And I know that because we were roommates, and you were on the phone with somebody, and you said, hey, Aaron, do you want to go to the, what's it called again? Do you want to go to the AFCA championship game? What?
That's not
AFC? Do you want to go to the AFC championship game? I'm like, are you serious? Like, yeah.
This is how I'm repaid.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that a big deal? Like, is that a big deal? Cordell Stewart, Jerome Bettis. Are you kidding me? Of course. So we went. We got tickets. We went to the
Zaraway.
01. Huh?
Amos Zaraway. Kendrell Bell.
Yeah. We went. You didn't even have a jersey, by the way. We had to buy you one at the stadium.
And what did we buy? Kendrell Bell.
Did you get a Bell jersey?
97, baby. He was great.
So we get down. So that's where it started,
Yes.
which is why you can sit on the other end of this table and look at me and say, I don't understand why you would pay what you call a small fortune. And if that's the case, maybe we should put a little number up here and do some donations going to
For a ball
Kevin
that
Redford.
costs $50, you were going to spend $350
for Hines Ward.
because Hines Ward, who's not in the Hall of Fame,
Should be.
great blocker,
Yeah.
Super Bowl MVP, which I don't even agree with, signed the ball,
Yes.
and you're willing to put another $300 into some guy's hands to have it.
He's not. Oh, I hope he would, but I don't think he does.
What?
He's not getting a piece of that.
Hines?
Yeah. No.
I don't know. I'm talking about the guy
yes,
selling it.
The answer is yes. The answer is a resounding yes.
I would love to see.
And right now, all the Yinzers are with me right now.
You think?
Well,
I'm not-
sports fans, collectors, anybody that understand. You said I could care less meeting a Steeler. I don't agree with that either. I would love to. Not that I have anything to say to them, but it's something about, oh, there you are. Like walking into a room. If Ben Roethlisberger just came in here and sat down, you don't think your heart would skip a beat a little bit?
Skip a beat?
Yeah.
No. I'd be very interested to meet him because he's a name that people know. And I could say, hey, you'll never guess who walked in. I've met Ben Roethlisberger now I'm thinking about it. I was at P.F. Chang's on the waterfront right during the heyday, like right after the Super Bowl. It was probably 2 years after the motorcycle accident. And we were eating at P.F. Chang's, and Ben Roethlisberger walked in. And I said to April, I said, you know who that is? She's like, no. I said, that's Ben Roethlisberger. And she went, oh. The Steeler? I said, yeah. And I think that's the moment I went, I don't care either.
Well, you didn't meet him. You saw him.
Okay.
I
think I met him.
You
somewhere
looked
else.
at him.
I
I've
don't
looked at him.
care. I don't
I've
care.
also looked at him, Kev. Just so I've looked at him. Your story has that anecdote carries no weight.
I
You
didn't
saw him
care.
at a restaurant. You didn't meet him. You saw him. Now we talked earlier about embracing the situation, going for what you want.
Right.
I'd have walked up to that guy and shook his hand. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't want to.
I know, and you know what? He's probably sick of that shit. But you know, if you're
Right.
going out to a pub, if you're going to P.F. Chang's, where was it?
P.F. Chang's at the waterfront.
At the waterfront.
It was just opened
then
recently.
you're gonna have to shake some hands with some Pittsburgh people.
And he wants
And you know
that.
what? He just won a Super Bowl. Of course he wanted
You're
it.
still young enough that he
Young
won't want
enough.
it.
He's
Yeah.
all in like, yay, Ben. I would have shook his goddamn.
I bet you he wants it now too, though. Don't you think? Don't you think he probably enjoys being recognized still?
Of course. Like, you
Right.
never want that to go away, but I don't think he wants to shake hands with people at P.F. Chang's. I don't think he's even going to P.F. Chang's anymore. So let's just be
P.F.
honest.
Chang's comes to me.
But you had an opportunity there to embrace and go up and say hi to a Super Bowl winning quarterback, a legend, the GOAT of Pittsburgh. And I'm going to say that.
Do you think
our
that
greatest
Hines
quarterback.
Ward deserved the MVP of that game?
Of course.
You do.
Yeah.
I don't know who else would have. So maybe I shouldn't. I just don't remember thinking.
He's an MVP.
I remember hearing it going, oh,
The
interesting
talking
choice.
points of having that ball on a shelf. Like, what's that? That's
Oh, was it the ball we caught in the game?
No. You're not gonna get that. Somebody in the stands got it. It's not about that. I can't explain this to you. It's a sickness.
It is a sickness.
So I'm actually. You should be grateful.
Now, when you said it was a jersey,
yeah,
that was a little bit more along the lines of I could see that being interesting.
jersey or the football or the helmet.
I don't know why. But
The helmet was $1,000. That wasn't happening.
The helmet's kind of cool because you don't really have a football helmet in your
And
house.
if you're gonna have that, it needs to be signed,
Mm.
and not by a linebacker. I mean, you got to get
Heinz
you got to
Ward.
get the bus on.
Now,
Yeah,
did you watch him on Dancing with the Stars?
I did not.
See, you're not as big a fan of him.
Is that what that means?
I rooted for him. I think I might even called.
Oh, is it over?
He was a great dancer. It was 15 years ago.
Oh, okay. See, no.
It was back when people knew his name.
Well, okay, I'll give you that.
No.
He's not getting an invite to come back.
Heinz Ward is a very popular player still, and I think that's what annoys me.
Hit the like button if you were on my side here.
Comment below, and maybe we'll reference it.
Whatever this ends up on.
If it ends up anywhere. Well, my guest today, or I was his guest, I don't know. I don't know what this was. We talked nothing.
I'm in share one.
Yeah, we talked nothing of what I normally talk about, so we'll just make this our own little thing. Maybe we'll make it a Zoom thing. If people enjoy it, we'll put it out. This is a pilot. We'll call this a pilot episode.
No.
Oh, when you do that,
No, put it on your show. Well, this is not a pilot. What? We're not doing this again.
No, we're not doing this again.
I'm leaving tomorrow, so that's it.
We
One
can do
and
it on
done.
Zoom.
One and done.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's nice to have a celebrity on.
Well, I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, because we didn't talk at all about your business, which is
This
primary.
is an entrepreneurial
Yeah.
TV
Tell
show.
me about your business. You like it? It's going
It's
well?
good. Things are great.
What's the best thing about it? You work hard.
Being able to do this,
That's
being able
great.
to take a
Yeah,
trip,
I've
and
seen.
yeah, it's good.
Controlling your own. Remember, yesterday I said something you thought was interesting. An interesting way to put it is that when you have a set amount of money that you make, then you can only spend a set amount of money. But when you are in charge of that, it could be up or down, but at least you're in charge of it.
You're in charge of
Right.
what you make, and when I worked at a job, we probably have to be done soon though. But when I had a job with a paycheck, it didn't matter. If it doesn't matter the effort. You put more effort in. I got nothing out of it,
Right.
Except for a good old attaboy.
Right.
And then or could you think maybe next time you could, huh?
Yeah.
So no, there's none of that. When you own your own business, it's in your hands. You say yes, you can say no, and the more you say yes, the more money you make, and
Right.
honestly, the happier it will be.
And more than when it comes to
Sorry.
like scheduling, it's nice when no one is making your schedule for you.
Like that was the thing that drove me nuts.
Yeah.
Was getting a text or call from a boss like, "I need you in tomorrow night."
Yeah.
Like, well, I can't, and then you have to.
Right.
So now I don't do what I don't want to do.
Right. No, that's the beauty of the entrepreneurial story, man.
Here we go.
So
This whole we talked over an hour.
Mhm.
And that was the
We'll
only.
put that at the beginning.
That was the only.
We'll
Put that at the beginning, and then we'll
we'll just have some fun.
go off on.
This is going to be an editing nightmare. So thanks for being with us today, as always. And I hope that you enjoyed the different format because it was fun. So, Aaron Strawn, thanks for being here, man.
Thank you.
Little handshake. It looks real.
Little handshake.
Yeah.
And we got that on AI. Come on. Hopefully it went to center cam.
Thanks for being here. See you soon. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I didn't. You know what? I just.
Plug something?
Yeah, we didn't get any of that, fellas.
I did think that was a possibility.
No, I just. You said you didn't have a thing, so I thought we would just riff a little bit.
That's what we
Is
did.
that right?
That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was fun.
All right. Hey, look. Wearing the gown. This place is
Gown.
awesome.
Pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Peter, we're all done.
Thank you. That was fun. Thank you. Yeah.